welcome to our first and only economics review event this semester. In Economics 1015, we focus primarily on a macroeconomic view of functional economies that pushes the boundaries of what it means to spend and save our money. Today, we will focus on what exactly fiscal policy is and the profound influences it has on the economy. By stimulating the economy with groundbreaking, expansionary policies, the government can cause incredible growth. We will also see how rapidly slowing down that growth with contractionary policies is absolutely crucial. To tell us just how seamlessly this process works, here's John.
Consumers like to spend money. By implementing expansionary fiscal policy, the government has an incredible opportunity to grow the economy through tax increases or decreases. We already know that the aggregate demand, aggregate supply model provides a compelling and insightful information about this process. Let's take a step back and consider how the consumer and the government play compelling roles in this fiscal operation. Our experts have researched and developed a model that tracks the impact of various actions on supply and demand. We can examine this in action. Given a price level and a real GDP, we first establish the long-run aggregate supply. Adding in the initial short-run aggregate supply and the aggregate demand allows us to see the onset of the economic process. This natural progression would be as follows. The aggregate demand shifts to the left. Over time, the short-run aggregate supply moves right, and the economy returns to full employment. Instead of waiting for natural adjustments to occur, expansionary policy intuitively returns aggregate demand to its original output. Back to you, Jim.
Thanks, John. Knowing the full capabilities of this exciting regulatory policy allows us to observe the phenomenal impact these actions have truly had. Returning the aggregate demand to full employment output is such a powerful tool the government has at its disposal. It gives consumers incentive to spend money and continue stimulating the economy. Given the results, we have come to understand that this policy works best alongside its partner, contractionary fiscal policy. Here's Jake with more.
In the past, the U.S. government has needed to reduce the aggregate demand and slow down the economy during economic upturns. It may sound counterintuitive, but a few factors might just show how beneficial contractionary action is. We know that spending money during expansions causes budget deficits as price levels get pushed up. To combat this, contractionary policy fundamentally flips the budget's course and creates new ways for surpluses to minimize the deficit. The natural outcome of high aggregate demand, low unemployment, and pressure on the price level is inflation in the long-run aggregate supply. However, contractionary policy boldly challenges this format by adjusting various aspects of the economy to reduce the price level and, therefore, stopping inflation. By simultaneously spending less money and raising taxes, the government is able to bring down the budget deficit. This tool is so revolutionary, and we think that the government will continue to use this system for more effective economic regulation. Back to you, Jim.
Wow! So far, we have shown you how expansionary fiscal policy and contractionary fiscal policy can shape the direction of the aggregate demand curve to the betterment of the economic cycles of the country. We believe these economic tools will continue to be incredibly beneficial for the future. That's why we are combining these two amazing tools into a system we call counter-cyclical fiscal policy. This combines the expansionary and the contractionary policies into one ecosystem used to counter economic upturns and downturns. The goal is to help business cycle be more consistent and for fluctuations to be dramatically reduced. We hope that this continues to push the economy in a better direction with heightened growth, creative prowess, and superior vision for future generations. Well, that concludes our event for today. Thank you all for watching, and have an amazing day.